How we doing, everybody? Now, Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz in a boxing ring is going to go down in Texas, August 5th. However, in Texas, you can't smoke marijuana. So there is an issue there. Remember, they had the press conference recently. Nate Diaz showed up late. Nate Diaz went for a piss halfway through it. It was hilarious. But at the end, one of the journalists asked Nate, said, hey, you can't smoke weed in Texas. How do you feel about that? And he was like,
wait, what happened?
Well, how's it going to play out? We don't know, because Nate Diaz, I thought initially, would just say, you know what? Who cares? Screw it. I'm going to do me. I'm going to live my life. And if I've got to pay a fine, 20, 30%, who cares? But now we're hearing there's a possibility that it may be ruled a no contest. And if Diaz was to go out there and beat Jake Paul, that could be overturned. You know what I mean? So he would go through all that sacrifice, the hard work, the blood, sweat and tears for nothing. So what's going to happen? Well, I saw a tweet today where someone said to Jake Paul, why don't you fight Nate Diaz in mixed martial arts as well? Jake Paul said, I sent him a contract. I offered him that in writing and he turned it down. What do you think about that? Do you believe that? I don't know. Because, listen, at that same press conference, we saw Nate Diaz, he was talking about after this fight, going back to the UFC. And I'd love to see that. Listen, I'm a huge fan of the Diaz brothers, Nick and Nate. They're real ones. Hardcore fans love them. Casual fans love them. They're very well known. People just love their attitude. Okay, so if you can beat Jake Paul, make a ton of money, I'd be very happy for him, and then go back to the UFC. There's massive fights with Conor McGregor there, you know, maybe a fight with Leon Edwards because they fought before, but, you know, even though Leon dominated the fight in round 5, Diaz connected with a big shot, kind of wobbled Leon a little bit. So, of course, that opens the door for a potential rematch there as well. But a lot of people think that Nate Diaz is going to win. A lot of people think that Jake Paul's going to win. So what do you think? I'll tell you what I think. I think Jake Paul's a little dickhead. He's been sending me DMs on Twitter again. I don't know what prompted this one. I don't know, maybe 6 months ago, maybe a bit less. He just came at me on Twitter, started talking a lot of crap. This is direct messages, by the way. I won't go into the exact details. We went back and forth for a bit, you know what I mean? I was just kind of laughing at him. He was all upset. The reality is, I don't know Jake Paul. I've never met the guy. I'm sure he's not a bad person. You know, he talks a lot of crap. He's doing his thing. He's promoting himself. But I don't know him. I've never met him. And I've never said anything personal about him. All I've ever said is that I wish the guy would fight a boxer. Because he talks about fighting Canelo Alvarez, talks about being the pound-for-pound #1, talks about being a champion down the line. He's yet to fight a boxer. Oh, no, pardon me, he did fight a boxer. He fought one boxer in Dubai in his last fight against Tommy Fury, and he lost that fight. Tommy Fury is a really good up-and-comer, of course, the brother of Tyson Fury. You know, it was an entertaining fight. They both made money, sold pay-per-views, sold out the arena. Well done, congratulations. But if he really is the man that he thinks he is, then he should be boxing Tommy Fury again, trying to get that taken care of. But he doesn't want to do that, does he? Doesn't want to run that risk, because he can't lose 2 in a row, because then the ride is over. The Disney adventure, the Disney wild ride of Jake Paul going into boxing, well, we all know it's a bunch of bullshit and it's never going to happen. So anyway, he messaged me today. He said, how does Dana's nuts taste? I don't know where that came from. I don't know why he decided to come after me. So I said, how did Tommy's uppercut taste? Just being a stupid little, little something back, you know what I mean? And he come back. And what did he say? I don't know. I'm 26 years old. And that fight, that amateur fight that you called it, I made more money in that fight than you made in your entire career. Something like that. You know, and I said, well, if you made so much money, is that what you used to buy those running shoes where you literally ran away from Floyd Mayweather? Again, it's all a bit pathetic, you know, and I'm a little bit old for that. But still, you're having a bit of fun on the old direct messages. So he come back again, you know, talking about himself, bigging himself up and all the rest of it. Jake, whatever, well done, mate. You're making a ton of money. Can't hate on anyone for that, you know. One thing you can't buy, though, is goddamn respect. And you crave it so much from the fight community. But you got to be real fighters, okay? And even boxing Nate Diaz, a guy that's almost 40, that's never pro-boxed, you know, even if you beat him, you're still not going to get that respect. And by the way, that is not a given. So let's look at the tail of the tape between these two people, because Nate Diaz, as I said, legendary dude. Okay, so when we look at the facts, Nate Diaz, 38 years old, 6 foot tall, 170 pounds. For most of his career as a lightweight, though, okay? 21-13 in mixed martial arts, 12 subs, 4 KOs. The Ultimate Fighter Season 5 winner, UFC lightweight title challenger, 15 performance bonuses. That's incredible. Record 8 fight of the night. So he's beaten Takanori Gomi, Cowboy Cerrone, Jim Miller, Anthony Pettis, and of course, that big win over Conor McGregor. That's kind of when Nate Diaz became the real superstar. Jake Paul, on the flip side, 26 years old. I thought he was 28, my bad. 6'1", okay? Fights at 185 pounds. Walks around at about 205, way bigger, 6'1", 4 KOs in boxing. Obviously, last time out, that one loss, that was to Tommy Fury. He's knocked down, should I say, every opponent. Beat Anderson Silva, Tyron Woodley twice, and Ben Askren. Now, Jake Paul has made a ton of money. You know, you can't hate on that. That's what we're all trying to do. We're all trying to get by in life. We're all trying to do well, trying to be a success. So good for him, okay? But he'll never have enough money to buy the respect that he so desperately, and I mean desperately, craves. That's all he goes on to me about. He says, Michael, I made more money than you and all the rest of it. And yeah, I'm sure you did. You know what I mean? You're one of the biggest YouTubers on planet bloody Earth, you know, and you're doing well in the boxing world. You're selling tickets. You're getting younger fans, a new generation involved with boxing. And for that, I commend you. I commend you, buddy, you know. But I'm not competing with you. And you're not competing with me. I'm not competing with anyone on planet Earth. All of us on planet Earth, we're all competing against ourselves. You know what I'm saying? I don't look at Jake Paul. I don't look at anyone like that. Ooh, I want to do better. No, I'm trying to do me. I'm trying to look after my wife, my children, and live a good life. So, Jake, good luck to you in whatever you do. Now, what do people think? Now, Eddie Hearn, boxing promoter, he's clashed with Jake Paul a little bit here and there. He came out the woodwork at the weekend and he said this: if you ask me, Jake Paul beats him comfortably. I really like Nate Diaz and I hope he wins, mainly so he doesn't put me to sleep on the concrete. But I think he gets stopped. So Eddie Hearn coming out there and thinking that Jake Paul gets the job done. And so did Dustin Poirier. Speaking to Ariel Helwani, he said, man, Jake is bigger, younger, stronger. Just because Nate is a grizzled veteran with lots of fights and Jake is a new guy from YouTube, Jake has the money to pay for the best coaching, the best strength and conditioning. I think he's more explosive than Nate. And he's a lot younger. Plus, I think Diaz's boxing is good, but it is good for competing in mixed martial arts. That is a completely different thing. And that's actually, let's put the laptop down. That's a good point from Dustin Poirier there. His boxing is good. He's used it to great effect. He's landed great shots, wobbled Conor McGregor, then he got the submission, wobbled Leon Edwards, like I said. But it's different when you get the threat of the takedown or the jiu-jitsu or the punches, the kicks, the knees, the elbows. The round times are different, 5 minutes. But still, what do you think? Who wins that? And do you think the fight even goes ahead? If it does go ahead, does it go ahead in Texas? And what do you think about him coming out the blue and attacking old Uncle Mike for no reason whatsoever? Jake, I don't know what your problem is, bud. All I've ever said is that I'd like to see you fight some boxers. That's it. I've never met the guy. I don't know you. You could be the best guy. You could be the worst guy. I don't know because I don't know you. And I've never said anything personal, but I talk about combat sports. Yeah, I have a podcast. I commentate the UFC. I'm very proud of what I've achieved and I'm proud of what I do. And I talk about fights. And if you're going to be competing in fights, then I'm going to talk about you because you are very, very well known and you generate a lot of traffic and interest. You're very popular, you know, but you should fight a boxer. But still, you versus Nate Diaz, I don't know which way to lean on that one. Probably Jake because he's the bigger guy. He's more explosive. He's younger. And he's a boxer-ish. Anyway, hope you're all well. Subscribe, ring the bell. Just thought I'd share that with you. I'm in my hotel room here in Las Vegas. Commentated at the weekend. I'll be doing Power Slap on Wednesday. Check that out. And that's about it. You guys take care. See you soon.